Remember when Prince of Persia was a guaranteed event in gaming, that at one point this series was respected? A studio announcing a new entry into the Prince of Persia franchise actually meant something at one point. So when Ubisoft revealed the Sands of Time remake a couple years back, people expected a celebration of one of the most iconic franchises ever created. And instead, we got a trailer that looked like a mobile knockoff someone rushed out during their lunch break. On brand for Ubisoft, right? And then after that, we got silence. Just complete, utter silence. Lots of delays, restarts, restarts, confusion if this game was ever coming out. Prince of Persia fans were essentially left in limbo. Well, now the leaks are back, and somehow things might be even worse. But I'm going to be honest, it's on brand with Ubisoft. I'm not surprised. We've seen the slop they've been churning out. There was a post from Grums that started circulating claiming leaked images comparing the original Sands of Time visuals with the newly updated character designs, specifically Farah, right? And instead of being the clever, vulnerable, well-written companion that we remember she was, she's now reportedly a girl boss, fitting the modern industry template. A cold-hearted, strong-willed, independent woman who don't need no rescue, and she don't need no man. Oh, no, she doesn't, right? Basically, like I said, redesigned into a girl boss archetype. And we should be expecting that when it comes to the modern audience. They promote this girl boss culture that is straying away from, the traditional archetypes of, well, I guess a trad wife or a trad female damsel in distress. It's this whole identity politics nonsense that we're seeing here. But clearly, it was redesigned into this, and it's causing a divisive conversation on social media. And I want to go ahead and say this flat out, because a lot of people get confused. Nobody's against strong women in games. Okay? We've had amazing ones for decades. Samus, Lara Croft, just to name two of the top ones. The issue is when a character gets rewritten, not because it serves the story, but because publishers assume audience demand it. You got people like Ubisoft that are catering to the vocal minority because they don't want to offend anybody. They would rather just do that. And that's when I call stuff out. That's when I make videos about this. It's not because I don't like female protagonists. Not because I don't like gay characters or trans and all this. It's when it's shoehorned in. When there's obviously an agenda behind it or some kind of goal to make people happy for a checklist. If it doesn't contribute to the story, if it doesn't make the game better, why change the source material? That's what I honestly want to know. So, continuing on this story, fans immediately noticed something else, that there was a unique art direction for Prince of Persia that it was famous for, right? It was gone. The unique art direction that Prince of Persia was famous for is gone. Now the characters look generic. They look like Assassin's Creed NPCs, and another once iconic franchise, I guess, smoothed into corporate realism so it can appeal to a broader audience, right? We can't have characters that are too attractive. We got to make sure they're gender neutral and just kind of not even singled out. There's no such thing as identity with the modern audience, right? It's so weird. Like, they purposely make characters ugly, and I have no idea. That's the real problem, guys, is that studios keep chasing imaginary players instead of the ones who actually exist. They stop making games for the gamers. Now, Ubisoft eventually responded to these leaks, saying that the leaked footage was early. I'm not going to be posting too much of it because I don't want Ubisoft to be flagging me and copyright takedowning. They did that in the past with leaks of games that came out. But essentially, the game has been rebuilt from the ground up, which is why it's been taking so long. And now Farah fights alongside the prince with cooperative combat mechanics and upgraded bow abilities. So they changed her combat mechanics, things like that. There's no more protecting her, no more escort segments. She's now a fully capable companion. Some players might hear that and be like, okay, cool, better gameplay. And then others, on the other hand, might be like, why change what wasn't broken? And, I could side with that. Why change what's not broken? Because Prince of Persia isn't just another remake, guys. This is a test case for the entire industry? Do publishers respect the identity of legacy franchises, or do they keep trying to reshape them to fit modern marketing trends? And Ubisoft is the king of doing that. I mean, they did Assassin's Creed Shadows just to chase the BLM trend, whether you want to accept that or not. They did it. Are remakes meant to preserve gaming history or override it? In my opinion, I think they're meant to be a preservation. Now, you can do some slight changes like how Square Enix is doing with Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm fine with that. But for the most part, they're not changing the characters too much. They're not changing the plots, the elements, the gameplay mechanics. It's kind of strange. Now, gamers, they're not upset because Farah can fight. They're upset because it feels like Ubisoft doesn't understand why people loved Prince of Persia in the first place, why they were fans of Sands of Time, why they've been looking forward to it, the tone of it, the atmosphere, the romance, the vulnerability, the charm, the mystery. All these things matter. They all add up to a game that gamers can sink their fucking teeth into. They're not outdated by any means. They're timeless. This is one of the most praised games I've seen in forever. And if this redesign truly reflects the final direction of the game, Prince of Persia fans may be saying goodbye to yet another piece of gaming history. People are tuning out. People aren't buying what people are putting down anymore as far as development goes. That's why nostalgia is not hitting as good as it used to. Call of Duty, Black Ops 7, they've been riding the nostalgia wave for quite some time. People are starting to vote with their wallets, especially when it comes to AAA gaming. Ubisoft tends to do this. They tend to just put mediocre stuff out there, stuff that's safe, stuff that chase trends. They never want to cater to their gaming audience. And again, this is a game that people have been looking forward to since it was announced. This is a remake of one of the most beloved games in the whole entire franchise. And it seems like they're screwing it up with stupid decisions. Stupid decisions that are unnecessary and unneeded just to make a modern audience happy. Oh, Eric, what's the big deal? Gaming evolves, gaming changes. If this game ain't for you, don't buy it. See, it's easy to say that, but they don't see the bigger picture when people are arguing that. They don't see the bigger picture at all. That chasing trends never works, whether for music, movies, TV. Anyways, guys, I want to hear from you. Do you think this is another harmless modern... Anyways, guys, I want to hear from you. Do you think this is a harmless modernization? Or is this another Halo, Fable, Dead Space, Star Wars situation waiting to happen? Drop your thoughts below. And if you want Ubisoft to actually hear the community, share this video, like it, subscribe, because this franchise deserves better. It really does. And we're going to be keeping an eye on this. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Take care.